What's going on, guys? Sorry about that, 3 minutes late, but like I was saying, guys, everything happened accordingly. Yesterday I was saying if BBIG do not pass $8.50, it was going to fizzle out, but it did pass it, guys. And I said if it do that, this thing is going to rush like a wild boar, and that is exactly what it did, guys. Closing above the VWAP was a huge indicator that this thing was going to see a run. But like I told you guys, if you wait until a few minutes after the bell, you will not get caught buying up at these high prices when we first kick it off, because we do see a sale type of fashion. Okay, guys, but as you can see here, huge candles coming in right here, guys. This is institutional buying of some sort. Okay, they are in those candles. But if you look here, guys, we do see some stair stepping going on here. So with that being said, if this do continue this pattern, that does show support on our way up. Now that is huge. Now this turnover rate is quite high, but with all the buying pressure that this stock is seeing right now from the retail investor, which is massive, guys, it is outpacing that turnover rate. Now if we look here at the analysis, guys, check out this order flow distribution. Yes, the outflow large is outpacing the inflow, but that small, guys, is incredible as far as the inflows goes, and that is telling us that the small retail investor is willing to pay for BBIG shares at this price and even higher, guys. Okay, so if we look here at the volume that is rushing in, as you can see here, much beyond its average. That is very scary, guys. Very scary, meaning this thing isn't done moving. This isn't going to be sideways trading from here on out today. This thing is going to be moving fast. Okay, guys, huge value. I love to see that type of value, but I do believe this thing is going to hit that $1 billion market cap very soon. Okay. But looking here though, guys, it is continuing to push in price. Our high being $12.21. I truly do believe we're going to go over that. Let's check. Anything else? I'm thinking AEHL. Let's take a flash look at AEHL, guys. AEHL is seeing slight selling pressure, very slight. Let's take a flash look at CARA. CARA is still trading in the same areas. We do see some weird spot buying here. Low turnover rate. Let's run over here to KPLT for sure. Do not panic, guys. Do not panic. In fact, if anyone have been eyeing KPLT, this is the chance to come in at a fairly low price. If we look here, guys, this is a very low turnover rate to be seen this type of drop, so we know this is most likely done by an institution, because we know institutions does have a very strong presence here. As you can see, 33%, a third of the company. So stuff like that is expected, especially when you see a chart like this on the day. Nice momentum gain. As far as this $3.10, I'm pretty sure we're not going to see those levels ever again here in KPLT. all in all, guys, perfect time to be buying the stock. I wouldn't go too crazy right now. Always give yourself that safety net. Another one, WTER, guys, alkaline water is seeing a slight drawback. Looking at the day chart, we did break under $1.50. Let's take a look at this minute really quick. Under the VWAP, but looking at this day chart, guys, which is more of my spiel as far as WTER goes, guys, we may be approaching $1.60, but those levels can, but if we go below those levels, guys, that can see a huge buyback in shares at those prices. We know at $1.50, a lot of people flood the market, flood the WTER market. Let's go back to BBIG really quick. Looking here at BBIG, guys, back to the 3-minute chart. BBIG to 35, guys, we do see a exit candle. Let's check this 1-minute chart. See, these are the exit candles I was telling you about, guys. You have to be aware of the fact when you do see these institutional buys, they tend to cause buying pressure. Okay, so when they do cause that buying pressure, these institutional buys are looking for a way out, quick gain, but it does cause the price to come down a little bit. People start to panic sell because right now this is somewhat panic selling going on right now. If we touch this VWAP, guys, and bounce off of it, that is a very good sign, which we did get close. We did get pretty close on that. Yeah, let's keep our eyes out on this as close as we can. If we touch bounce off that VWAP, okay, we're pushing back up the price. Good sign. Good sign, guys. If you didn't panic sell during that drop a C in the comment section, guys. Drop a C in the comment section. Let's see. A seat. Y'all is nuts, man. Y'all crazy. A seat. A seat, guys, a seat. I'm sorry about that. If you didn't hear me correctly, there we go. I see those seats. I'm thinking, think anyone is really shorting shares at $12? I mean, do I think people bought? Do I think they borrowed shares at $12 and start shorting it from that price? Nah. Institutions. It was an institution pullout. You see the candles. Like right before this happened, guys, I was mentioning these candles. These are institutional buys. Meaning when an institutional buy come into play on a stock that is running, expect to see it leave. Okay. But with all the retail investor buying that is going on right now, I do believe it has momentum to pick back up towards the $12.40 level. Now we're getting closer towards that VWAP, guys. Bouncing off of it and going upward is a very good thing for us, guys. That's showing us support. Okay. Now these institutional buys did make its way out, so we got that out the way, guys. So it's only up from here, as long as the small continues to surpass the outflows. But not only that, guys, earlier this large outflow was just outpacing the inflow. Okay, so money is pouring into the stock, but what's more important is that small, guys, because that tells us the retail investor is willing to pay for this stock at higher prices. Okay, that is very, very important, guys. But that turnover rate is getting quite high. Okay, guys, and I do believe it is jumping up once this drop came into play right here. Some people did panic sell. I know a lot of you guys didn't, but people did panic sell as well. Once those institutions pulled back, got in, took some gains really quick. They seized the opportunity. That's it, guys. It was an opportunity. Get in, get out for them. And I don't blame them. It's money coming into this stock. So a lot of people is going to take advantage of it, as well as hedge funds, guys. Now, I'm not sure if they did jump in at $12. I don't think they did. But that is VIH. And VIH is doing. Let's see what VIH is doing. And VIH is currently seeing a slight drawback. Okay, now this isn't anything to be concerned about, guys. Low turnover rate, so that is awesome. Anytime you see a low turnover rate like this, guys, you shouldn't worry at all. So if you see a drawback or something like this, make sure you check that turnover rate. If it's high, then it's most likely to continue to fall. But in this case, guys, it's not showing any signs as though that this is going to be a continuing thing for VIH, guys. Now, let's take a look here at the day chart. The day chart is looking as though it is seeing a cool off, guys. A cool down is expected in plays like this. But if we look here at that volume is outrageous. Okay, now we can't say that was mostly money coming out, because the turnover rate is so low. Okay, now take a look here at the analysis on this thing. It does show some outflow on the large, outperforming the end. Now, like I was saying, guys, this is more of an institutional drawback. That's why we don't see that turnover rate so high. Okay, the volume is high because these guys are moving it around in the large scale way. So it's a few things, guys, key indicators that you can read the market, who's buying it, why they are buying it. You have to know all of those things, because if people are buying off speculation, those runs continue to be slow and gradual. Okay, but these type of plays, these BBIGs, let me go back to BBIG real quick. These type of plays, guys, that is more retail investor driven, these things tend to spike in price pretty fast, but they do not last as long. Okay, and they're much more volatile due to when a lot of volume is coming in and out of the stock. We see a lot of short interest. Now, the way BBIG is moving, I'm pretty sure the short interest is going to get high. Okay, as this thing goes up, guys, it gets more appealing on the hopes of a fall for the hedge funds. Now, they got their eye on this thing. If not, they're already knee deep in it. But I'm pretty sure short interest is going to continue to build, and the estimated borrow fee is going to get higher as long as they're holding those shares. Now, another stock I wanted to put out there, guys, Recore. Let's check out Recore really quick. Recore Systems, guys. Now, again, and major buy alert from the past, guys. We caught this thing right around $8. Okay, so this thing is moving up since the major buy alert on it. But looking here, though, guys, low value, very, very low value. 52-week high being $25.38, guys. You know that was that big drop off, and we came barreling down to $3. But since then, we are slowly working our way up, just like we did in the beginning, guys. This is a very good moving stock. Not only that, it is a safe bet. Okay, safe bet, guys. Just wanted to throw that out there, guys, for anybody who's looking for a safe play. Made so much money on these risky plays, and you want to take a break from all the excitement and want to put your money in a safe investment that's going to work for you. Here is one of them, guys. Now let's get back to the BBIG frenzy, guys. I know you guys want me to keep updating on this, so I keep that one brief. When do we sell CARA? Neuro. Okay, so first thing, did we talk about CARA today? Yes, we did. Now, when do we sell CARA, guys? Now, this is a speculative buying stock. Okay. Now, waiting on that FDA approval, that was all being bought through speculation. Okay, people wanted to get in and take the ride up, but we know institutions stopped it from happening. They cashed in some of their gains, guys, which caused some selling pressure on the stock. And because a lot of people, once they heard the news of the FDA approval, that aftermarket, they hopped in the stock. And once the not hedge funds, but institutions decided to lock in some of those gains after the announcement, that is when the stock started to go down a little bit, guys, and people started to jump ship, sell for a loss, etc. Now, seeing as though that we are moving back up in price, starting to see a little stag trade. Now, that is very, very good, because we know when we see that, this thing is either going to break out up or down. Now, my best guess is up, guys, because like I said, this is a lot of speculative buying going on. A lot of people are buying, trying to buy this thing before they drop that production announcement. And a lot of people are going to rush to get a seat before Korsova actually hits the market. So keep your eyes out on that. I'm not planning on selling my CARA until at least another 52-week high. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see that more so than later. Now, Noro. Man, we milked Noro so bad. So bad. Okay, now, if you're around, guys, if you've been watching my channel long enough, you know how much money we made from when we bought this thing at $4 and it crushed up pretty fast for us. Made over 800% on the trade in less than 4 days, guys. So that was cool. Now we still do have some shares in Noro. That is what I call planting seeds in the market, guys. I'm going to teach you about that as well. But seeing as though I have a cost average a little bit over $4, guys, I am still sitting in the clear. But as you can see here, our volume is very, very low here. And it has been in these days in the past compared to the average, guys. Okay. So with that being said, a lot of people are just holding it because that turnover rate has been quite low last week. So people are buying it, but we do see some institutional drawbacks come into play. Now, if we take a look here at the analysis on the day for Noro, guys, EFTR, please, I got you, man. If we look at the analysis on the day here, as you can see here, guys, we do see selling pressure on that small. Okay, that's today though. Now, like I was saying, a lot of people may. What happened in NORBO? NRBO is still in a good place, guys. We will go over that as well. Yes, please hit that like button, guys. Now let's talk about Noro. Now we do see some large inflow, which is awesome. Now keep your eyes out on that because that can change here pretty soon. But I do think these levels are comfortable. Now, if we break under $10, this thing is going to get bought pretty fast. A lot of people are hoping to see $50 here, guys. A lot of analysts believe this thing can hit $50 as well. But moving forward, if you're long on this stock, I recommend to continue to be long on it. Take advantage of these price drops, okay? Because, guys, I do believe this stock can hit around at least $30 and consolidate. I mean, support, okay? That will be our new support levels, $30 here. So this is considered an early seat, and you guys know an early seat is an easy seat. ENVB. Let's take a look, guys. ENVB. You know, I made a major buy alert out on this stock, and now it is drawing back. I mean, I did cash in some gains today. Locked in some gains. But seeing as though that we are drawing back today, guys, I'm not concerned. Okay, because we was buying this thing under $1.70. I forgot the exact number. I have to look at the portfolio, but yeah, a lot of people that took that, guys, doubled their money. So shout out to you guys that actually did take the advice, home run play. But as you can see here, guys, turnover rate today isn't that high, so I'm not concerned. Okay, we just got to see what happens towards the end of the day. But as you can see here, nice value. Now, whether that is in our favor, let's take a look. Yes, it is in our favor as of now, guys. We do see some buying pressure coming on the stock, but that may have been picking up. Let's see when it picked up. Picked up towards this time, but huge selling pressure came in the stock, obviously, during this time. But this is clearly an institution right there. Institution break off right there. Okay, but all in all though, guys, if you're still in the stock, if you did what I said yesterday, guys, when I made that video and told you guys I was actually shaving off some of my position today, most of it today, guys, locking in those gains. If you did that as well, good move, because like I tell you guys all the time, you do not want to be trading off motion, fear, and greed. And in this case, if you are still holding it and didn't lock any gains in, that is what we call trading off greed, aka emotions. Now, another stock you guys want me to talk about. Let me look here. EFTR. I got you. EFTR is seeing obvious buying pressure on the stock. Turnover rate is extremely low, so this thing does show an obvious sign that it isn't done yet. But looking at the volume, is huge today. Okay, huge volume. But so far, I do think this market cap will go beyond $1 billion, hit beyond $1 billion. I don't think we will close it beyond $1 billion. No, you know what, guys? I take that back. We might be closing above $1 billion market cap. Okay. Now, with that being said, would I chase this thing? No. Seeing at the price right now, and me being able to have a buying opportunity on it, if this thing went to $100, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be sad or anything, guys. Why? Because we don't chase stocks. We don't trade off emotion, because trying to chase this thing now is what we call fear, trading off fear of missing out. So that being said, guys, you got to know how to assess risk versus reward. Okay. You up 60% just on this play right now, huh? Well, if you up 60%, play it right, man. Play it right. You do not want to hold it too long. I'm pretty sure you can get some more gains out of it. If you're up 60% now, I'm pretty sure you will get some more gains on it. As you can see here, it's halted now. Now this is going to be, let's see which way it breaks. I'm getting close to the levels of its high, and we're halted close towards the high. Now I'm expecting this thing to shoot up, of course, even though that I know it has a very good chance to shoot up, guys. I'm not going to touch it. Okay. It is money still on the table, though. Turnover rate is quite low. All right. So this is something special right now. Cash half already. Smart man, just in case if it halts down. But if you cashed in half, you still got that half just in case if this thing halts up. Nice move. Can you do a quick analysis for NRBO? I guess did I do NRBO? NRBO. Now guys, as you know, this is still on the major buy block. Okay, made a major buy alert out on this thing not too long ago. But in that video, I did tell you guys don't expect this one to be a fast one. You are getting a early seat. Now, seeing as though this value is getting very, very short, and it has been getting very short and low these last few days of trading, is telling me one thing. We're about to see a very fast move up or down. But after doing all my DD, I'm pretty sure we're going up, guys. Okay, extremely low turnover rate, extremely low value. Okay. Yes, a super chat would be awesome, guys. It catches my attention a little bit more because it's hard for me to find these tickers. So many people are writing them. Let's get back to BBIG real quick, guys. BBIG is still in a comfortable position, slowly working its way back. Like I told you guys, this thing touching this VWAP and bouncing up is a good thing. Okay, we got these institutions out. Okay, like I was telling you guys earlier, I identified the institutional buys for you, and they are now out of play. So now, guys, it's really just us, and the hedge is touching the stock right now. Institutions are sitting back watching the battle. But as you can see here, guys, turnover rate is huge. Okay, people are getting excited right now. Market cap being 800 million. SEC filing on May 28th. Now, checking out that market cap, guys. Yeah, if this thing hits $1 billion, that is going, not today though. I don't think we will hit $1 billion today, but like I've been telling you guys, BBIG is going to be $1 billion market cap. And please do not be alarmed by this drop off. It's expected, guys. Looking at the 1 minute chart, you can identify institutional buys or what we call whales buying in and out of the stock on the 1 minute chart. A lot of people like to say, oh, you're using the 1 minute chart. I only use the 1 minute chart, guys, just to find their buys. Okay. But all in all, guys, BBIG is still looking as though it can possibly. My boy Shaquille Oatmeal wants to talk about NAUT. Okay, and thanks for the super chat, Sherry Baker. Thanks for the super chat. We're going to talk about BTU right after that. Thanks, guys. That really does help a lot. Okay, so NAUT. Shaquille Oatmeal. This guy been around the channel for a while, guys. He was around when I first recommended water way back. WTER, by the way. So, shout out to you, Shaquille. Now, looking here, though, let me check this thing out. Volume is low on the average, which is appealing to a retail push, of course, but looking as though we do see a small turnover rate, that is incredible. Okay, that is incredible. Now, seeing this spike, guys, here, seeing this spike here, trying to, let's look at the analysis on this really quick before we call it. Yes, that was huge retail buying. Okay, huge retail buying. Now, with that though, if the buying pressure enters this large scale in the favor of the inflow, this thing can take off, guys. It can take off. Let's check out the estimated borrow fee. It is low, okay, but seeing as though this low value, low turnover rate, only thing it's missing is that large presence on the inflow, guys. But if this thing does see one of those, seeing as though that we don't see any we do not see any outflow or inflow movement whatsoever on large scale orders in the last 5 days. If one comes in, it's going to take this stock with it. If it's on the outflow, the stock is going down. If it's on the inflow, the stock is going up. Because looking at that low average, something's going to come into play here, guys. But seeing as though the low turnover rate, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a jump up. Okay. Now, Sherry Baker wants to talk about BTU. I got you, Sherry. Thanks for the $5 super chat. It really does help the channel, guys. Let's check it out. And these are honest opinions, guys. These aren't biased at all. Okay, so Peabody. Now, first things first, since I'm not familiar with the stock, my first guess to assert this thing, I have to look at that balance sheet. My only concern here is the debt to asset. Okay, but let's look at their cash flow to assess their ability to pay debt with a little bit of the revenue really quick. Okay, so nice revenue. Okay, cash flow. They do have a good ability to pay it back. Okay, so that does change a lot on my thoughts of the debt to asset. But looking here though, guys, the total assets does outweigh the total liabilities. So this balance sheet does look like a buy. So the statistics and the numbers telling me it's a buy in my book as far as looking on a long-term perspective. But if we look here at what's going on today's trading, large scale orders can be setting itself up for a run here pretty soon. Okay, if the inflow continues to grow like we are seeing here, and then if the inflow continues, if the large inflow continues to move like this, Sherry, this thing will push up in price. Now, Sherry, what is your average cost, if you do not mind me asking? Because if you have an average cost somewhere around $12 and under, then you are in a very, very good position. But other than that, this is looking good. We're at the VWAP right now. Hopefully it bounces off of it. Okay, but let's take a look here at the day chart. The day chart is what we call a very, very healthy day chart. It's not a moonshot, okay? This is not a moonshot. I just got in about 17. Okay, looking at the movement here, Sherry, 17 is a okay price. It doesn't look like this is a huge volatile stock, and the growth is there. Okay, the balance sheet checks out, financials checks out, the chart checks out. We don't see any type of moonshot here. We see small drawbacks. So by being in at $17, you do not have to sweat waking up to this stock and it's a $10 stock. Okay, so Sherry, good move. Nice stock, nice find on this thing. I do like it. I do like what I see here, guys. A very good long-term thing. Now, let's jump back. Ader up 10% today. Ader's up 10% today, guys. Sona Samara says shares are not selling a single one anytime. Anytime, Shaquille. Oatmeal. Can you check out the most recent news? I think they got a 25 price target. What we talking about? Let me see. NAUT. You talking about this one? Recent news. They're not showing the an update on the price target update, but it has 2 base ratings, so please check out. Right, I'm way up there, so I gotta go all the way up. Let's go back to BBIG, guys. I will check out those stocks here pretty soon, guys. But we have to take a look at everything. Now, BBIG is trading stagnant. Okay, trading around the same levels it have been trading recently for like the last 30 minutes. So, very good sign. We haven't broke under that VWAP. We touched it and bounced off of it. Okay, very good sign and symbols for the rest of the day. Now, if we do not go over 1249 and you're up in those high 12s, what should you do? Now, risk versus reward, this isn't the time to average down. If you ask me, if you're up in the high 12s, guys, that isn't worth it. Okay, now if you are in the high 12s, I do believe you will be picked up. Okay, if it's not today, it can be Friday. I'm not saying it can be Thursday. It can be next Monday. But averaging down or trying to scalp this thing right now isn't worth it, because it's so much money left on the table right now. Bad closing at $7.50. Ader up 10% today. Let's see. Root. What Root is doing? ADMA. Hatred. I don't know what. He says, okay, for my channel. What if you have shares in the low 11s? Are we talking about BBIG? If we're talking about BBIG, if you're in the low 11s, just sit tight. Just sit tight. because right now you're like eye level with the stock. So I'll just sit tight. Even if we broke down, I'm gonna say 1050, I wouldn't panic. I wouldn't panic. Okay, if you're in the low 11s, I wouldn't even average down at that time. Okay, guys. If we're gonna average down, we're gonna make sure it's worth it. All right. Please check out Ride. Let's take a look at Ride. Let's take a look at Ride, man. Lord's Motors. 2 words. Selling pressure. Selling pressure. Okay, looking at the average value, guys, it is undervalued, under its average value today. I do believe it's going to close under its average value. But looking as though we do see slight selling pressure on the day, slight buying pressure, that selling pressure is picking up, guys. Picking up pretty fast here. Okay, let's take a look at a few key indicators. As you can see, 52-week high being $31, guys. 52-week low being $4.70. Assessing risk versus reward, we are closer towards that 52-week low. So with that being said, this is a early seat in this stock. Now, whether I recommend it as a buy may be different. Now, we all have our preference when it comes to these type of companies. Some people are Tesla, some people are buying in speculation Ford for its EV F-150. A lot of people are trying to find the upcoming Tesla in the EV market. Now, some people are shooting for just growth, which one has the most potential to grow. And some people are going to the more safe investment like Tesla and Nio. But if you ask me, the one with the most potential to grow and make you rich is ZEV. Dogecoin pumping again, so crypto is trying to make a move again, guys. Yeah, man, you know it. Oh yeah, thanks for the TTM OG thing. Anytime, man. Anytime. And if any of you guys want to join our football pool, we are having a giveaway, guys. The winner does get 1 free item from the Wall Street Bets merchandise store of your choice, and 1 free month of VIP access to TTM Discord. So you will get daily alerts on entry and exit points and many other things, guys. And this is a free challenge. So if you want to join us, guys, just drop down in that description below. Sign up for the Discord. It is free, and get over to the sports chat, guys. But Ride is a stock that does have growth in front of it, obviously, but ZEV is at the same type of talk. As far as level, this stock isn't on the level with Nio, Ford, for instance. So ZEV takes the cake on this one. Let me see if y'all don't want to smoke that football camp. Let's check out SPRT. Now, SPRT, like I have been telling you guys, is on the same swing cycle as BBIG. Now, yesterday was totally different than BBIG's trading, but they're on the same swing cycle. With that being said, guys, as you can see here, huge price action going on in the pre-market today. Okay, but if you were caught up buying this hype, this is the result of it. Buying in a hype pre-market, this is the result. Okay, this very well could have been institutional driven. Okay, one nice candle could have put a lot of buying pressure on this stock in the pre-market, and when they exit first thing at the bell, you know what that causes? A panic sale. So guys, we have to outsmart them. We have to take all that into consideration and come up with a game plan when we are trading, and that game plan is as follows. Anytime a stock is trending during the pre or after market, be looking out for a slight or huge drop, very fast or gradual after the bell, right at the open bell, guys. And as you can see here, that is what clearly happened. We see institutional pullouts here, which very well can be these institutional driven candles right here, guys. So if we look here at the analysis for SPRT today, checking this order flow distribution, as you can see here, we do see a lot of outflow on this thing today, guys. And the reason being is because SPRT is what they call, it was recently overbought, and people are still holding those shares. Okay, so the large is going to take advantage of that, cash in some of those gains, guys, because if we look here at the day chart, this thing is coming down. Okay, and no one wants to be caught holding a bag. Not saying if you do hold this, you will be holding a bag, guys. I'm saying people want some reassurance on that. Okay, a lot of smart traders, guys, locks in gains. So, especially institutions. Now, looking at that turnover rate, it is quite high for us to only see 2.75% gain so far, but with that huge volatile market in the pre-market, seeing all the buying and to see all the selling at the open, guys, that is why we see this huge turnover rate, thanks to the large outflow. Okay, let's jump back to BBIG really quick, guys. See what's going on. You guys were just scared for a minute. Tricked you. You thought it was over with, huh? But look here though, guys. BBIG, let's check that. Currently still sitting over the VWAP. Okay, guys. If the trading platform you use do not have the VWAP, guys, I strongly suggest you sign up for Webull. Okay, they do allow you to trade during the pre and after market hours, guys. So if you want to do that, it's a link in the description here. And once you sign up, guys, you get 2 free stocks, and they can value up to $1,600 each. That is free money, okay, guys. And you do really need to take advantage of trading during the pre and after market hours, because we do see good buying opportunities sometimes, but we mostly see very good selling opportunities. Okay, most of the great buying opportunities is found during the trading day, guys, but the best selling opportunities have been proven to be in the pre and after market hours. checking this volume though. The turnover rate hasn't been moving as high as it. Whoa, we shot under the VWAP. Let's see what this does. We're currently under. And what did I tell you guys? If we do go under the VWAP, we can fall under the VWAP. But bouncing off of it, we will shoot up. Now, I'm not too concerned right now, guys, because if you are, you got to think about it. That is a panic sell tactic. So if you are in the high, like I said, 12s or something like that, averaging down at this level would have cost you. So if you're going to average down, make it worth it. I wouldn't do it yet either, guys. Okay, because if we can get back to these levels, I'm pretty sure we can catch up here, guys. Over time, though, just because we don't beat the 52-week high at the close doesn't mean the stock market doesn't open tomorrow, guys. Okay, but I will say it again. This type of price action or buying interest doesn't last forever. Okay, so say this thing shoots up to $70 right now. Do not listen to people telling you the words, "Oh, do not sell right now. It's gonna go to 100." It drops down to 40, and he's telling you, "Do not sell for a loss. It's gonna go to 100." Like, no. Cash in some of those gains, guys. Lock in that money, and then you keep a few seeds left in the market just in case it continues to grow. Okay. News starting its Dogecoin pump again. And can we look at ATVI? I think it was a short sale or another big whale pulling out. Yeah, I do think like a short sale wouldn't do that to the stock at all. At all. In fact, a short sale is a form of buying the stock at the end of the day, so short selling wouldn't drop it. But we do see these institutions causing buying and selling pressure easily. They could put 200 they can go buy 200,000 shares in a minute very quickly, and that there will cause so much buying pressure. People get the trading off emotions on the buying it just off the fear of missing out, which causes the price to gradually rise. That's when we see those climbs, and then we see them exit. It happens all the time. So you do have to look at the 1 minute candle to try and find those institutional buys, because if you see a lot of them, guys, it is dangerous. And don't forget, guys, smash that like button. It really does help the YouTube algorithm get our videos seen more. We have over 130 people currently watching, guys. So that would be awesome for us to see those thumbs up. Just shoot up, guys. Please, that really does help. NNDM. Let me check out any, because any has been all over the channel. Let's check out any. Any is bouncing back from that pullback. We look here at the 1 minute, the day chart. Sorry about that. Any is looking as though it may be bouncing back from that slight drawback, guys. Now 52-week high was 3 days ago. If you are in the high 9s, 10s, if you did take yesterday's advice to grab some of those shares, I was telling you guys the perfect time to buy any was yesterday. As you can see here, it never fails, guys. You don't have to be right about the numbers, but you do want to learn how to call the market on its momentum. And all you have to do is understand what causes people to buy a stock and what causes them to sell it. Learn how to identify it happening, and guys, you will be able to call the market easy. Okay, it isn't hard whatsoever, guys. Now, with that being said, you know this is a crypto trending stock. Okay, now for instance, understanding the market, I'm going to explain it a little bit here, guys. For instance, we see this thing shoot up in price. Okay, any makes an announcement to have an offer. Now, a lot of buying came into play, guys, that were selling shares at a cheap price. So that, in fact, wasn't a sell-off. Okay, it wasn't a sell-off. Okay, guys. Now, seeing as what happened and we're starting to pick up the price, guys, I'm expecting, because I know how the market works a little bit, I'm expecting people to start grabbing this stock now on a speculative buying note, because with them actually doing that not offering, guys, for that 60,000 mining rigs, people are going to buy in speculation of that. Okay, so people are calling themselves getting an early seat right now before that happens. Okay, now this little drawback, in fact, was a good drawback. It may look as though something's bad going on. Okay, guys, so when stuff like this happens, it's not a bad thing, because actually an announcement after a offering, so once they make the announcement that the offering is over, we tend to see these stocks bounce back heavily. Okay, it tends to make a company with good fundamentals on its next leg up. Okay, guys, they done this thing for the right reason. They could have went into debt to pay for those 60K mining rigs, but by them using it by raising the money, guys, they did put a halt on this moonshot. But by me being the long-term investor type, guys, that is what I want to see. Okay, guys, it gives us support levels. It gives us a way on our next leg up. Okay, guys, and I do call this a long-term investment. BBIG gonna pull a GME. Listen, BBIG pulls a GME, please, and I say please, if BBIG pulls a GME, I don't want to see any bag holders, guys, at all. Please do not get caught in that hype, guys. If this thing shoots up to $60 right now, please do not listen to anyone that is telling you to hold it. Okay, if you see that, if it's gains there for you, grab it, because honestly, this isn't a world-changing stock. Okay, this isn't no Tesla, guys. This is actually retail investor driven. So do not be a fool, guys. I'm not saying this, don't buy the stock. I'm definitely not saying that. Play it smart though. I can't just tell you guys, yeah, it's going to moonshot, it's going to moonshot, we're going to short squeeze. If anyone is telling you a stock is going to short squeeze, it's a for sure. He's lying to you. Unless he can cause that short squeeze itself, he's lying to you. Now, with that being said, guys, BBIG, let's get back to that 1 minute. Let's check it on that WAP. Currently under the VWAP, guys. Let's see how this happens. But please do not take today as a panic, guys. A lot of people tend to sell themselves short. Okay, like I was telling you guys, I do believe we will see those 1249 levels again. Okay, so with that being said, guys, if you are in if you got a $12.49 cost average, I'm so sure I wouldn't even average that. Okay, I wouldn't even average down, guys. ENVB. Hey Ross, you must hopped on my major buy alert on that ENVB. But like I was saying on that stock, guys, we called ENVB, called it on the major buy alert. Okay, we caught this thing on a major buy alert. We do see some stagnancy, selling off going on, but we did call this thing under $1.60. Okay, and we have doubled our money since then, guys. And this morning, and like in last night's video, guys, I told you guys this morning I was going to be shaving most of my position and leaving 20% left in the stock. That is what we call planting seeds. I still have my low cost average. Okay, I'm not buying back into the stock. I'm just going to leave that 20% in there, guys, because I believe this stock isn't done running. As you can see here, 61 million on the market cap. I do believe this thing can at least be $250 million. So with that being said, guys, this thing still does have room to run, but I am no fool to the stock market. I'm going to lock in some of those gains and move on, but I'm going to leave 20% in there to take further action. But my 80%, guys, goes into other plays. Okay, so that is what happened to me today. But looking at this, guys, home run play again. But for anyone that is eyeing this stock, I do consider it a buy, but hold off on this. Okay, guys. Even though I'm still in the play, I'm not just gonna, yeah, get out there and buy the stock, guys, because honestly, I want you guys to get the best cost average as well. Okay, guys. So with that being said, I would scalp this thing, hold it, look at it as long as possible, and try to get the lowest cost average, because I do believe we can see levels under today's low, with today's low being $2.76. Now that doesn't mean this stock, I'm not saying this stock isn't a buy, because it's clearly a buy if I'm still holding a percent in it, guys. But hold off, let's see what it takes us this pre-market, this aftermarket. Okay, the volume isn't too concerning here, so I'm not worried about this being a major drawback. Okay, I'm not concerned about us going under today's low today, because if we do go under it, guys, I know we're going to pick it back up. Looking at this low turnover rate is incredible. Okay, And the other stock was KPLT. KPLT. Yeah, man, I had to hit you with that major buy alert, Ross. It was just obvious that the stock was going to go up and out of favor, so I had to put that out there, guys. Yeah, don't take those major buy alerts lightly, guys. It might not rise up 100% the very next day, guys, but if you hold the stock, 100% win rate on those major buy alerts. But looking here, though, guys, on KPLT, expected cool off. The cool off that we want to see, even though we do see a red day yesterday, it actually wasn't a bad day because we did close higher than the day before close. Okay, so that was good. But today, guys, we're looking as though we might close under $6. Now, is that concerning to me? No. Okay, would I take advantage of that? Yes, if I'm trying to enter the stock. But if I'm already a shareholder, this isn't the time to be averaging or adding. Okay, guys, we only add on a major drawdown and on a weekly dip. Okay, week just begun, so we may be seeing a red week here, guys. So keep your eyes out on KPLT. Okay, we still holding it. It's still a buy in my book. Angry I didn't get an EFTR this morning. Let me check it out. Yeah. See what I tell you guys. It does look like as though it can continue to move. We had the opportunity to buy it. Am I mad? No. We see this happen all the time, guys. We see opportunities like this day after day. That is why I do not chase a stock. We were clearly looking at it. It was only up, what, 70%? Or maybe less than that. Okay, it was at $22, I think, when we were looking at it. So, but I did tell you guys this thing, it can continue to go up in price. But risk versus reward for me, can't do it. Can't do it. All the signs were there that it was going to continue, guys. But I'm dumping KPLT at least then. 550. You're dumping at 550? Wow, any is straight getting it for me. Ideas matter. Let's go. Yeah, guys, I mean, this stock is okay. $33. Looking at, let's take a look. If you guys want to know if I think this thing can continue at this high price, let's take a look. Turnover rate is extremely low. Yes, this thing can continue to go in price. So all we had to look at, like I was told you guys earlier, looking at that turnover rate when it was $22, I was 100% sure it would continue to go up. But if I wasn't able to get that thing, or if I didn't notice it day before, if I'm not getting the early seat, I don't want it. Because guys, we make so much money in other places, in other plays every day. This was just like an okay. I see you, EFTR over there. What do you still think about ENVB after the morning? ENVB has to see a cool down. Okay, it does have to see a cool down due to the fact that If it don't, we will be in a bad place. So institutions tend to cash in gains, obviously, and that is what's happening today. Thoughts on ADR? I picked up NAK this morning, also at 48 cents. Let's take a look at NAC. Like I was telling you guys about NAC. NAC is in a somewhat the same situation that a biotech company is in. They are looking to have a appeal go in their favor for their Pebble project in Alaska. But this is the type of decision that will make or break this stock. If it is denied, while this stock is 47%, I repeat, while this stock is only sitting at 47 cents, if they do get denied, guys, this stock is getting wiped off the U.S. markets. This thing will be an OTC. Okay, guys, because that is the only thing they have going for themselves. They do have another mining pit, but investors were banking on that Pebble project. Okay, guys. Now, if it does go through, this thing is going to break its 52-week high. Okay, guys, because they've been trying to get this Pebble project going for quite some time. Once they were ready to get it going, it got denied by the U.S. Army. Now they're up for appeal. We see some speculative buying going on a few days ago after that announcement that they're up for appeal. Okay, now seeing yesterday's spike, it's expected for a low market cap stock like this to see a drawback after that, especially when the shares are only 47 cents. Okay, a lot of bag holders are here. So with that being said, guys, you play it how you want. But if you ask me, no one can beat the man. And if the U.S. Army is saying denied it, I can't see it being overturned. But if it does get overturned and it works in their favor, this is a very early seat, and it's going to make people that's in the stock or people that bought at these levels very, very wealthy. Okay, guys, giving you my opinion, and then I'm giving you the facts. All right. Facts is, if this thing does get approved, people are getting rich, man. The volume on BBIG is insane. Yes, it is. Do you think Recon will bounce back? Oh my God, Recon, man. Recon, guys. We watched this thing fall, and it was sad because we just sold the stock, literally. Okay, we sold it around the $14 area, just on time too, guys. Just on time. We was buying this thing when it was like $4. Okay, sold it at 14. Then we see this huge drop. Now, why haven't these major institutions or indexes took advantage of these low prices? Now, guys, seeing this low turnover rate today, and we're down only 4.36% is expected. Not too much drawdown, but as you can see here, the 52-week low compared to the 52-week high is outrageous. Okay, and to currently see that huge drop off, and we're somewhat trading stagnant, guys. We're in an overall slope, but not too volatile like we see in these other stocks these days. But as you can see here, guys, we're undervalued today, average being 5.41 million, with today's value being 1.42 million. Now, this is a buy in my book, but like I tell you guys all the time, it is a time to buy the stock and a time to sell it. Now, is this the time to be buying it? No, it is not, guys. I do believe we can see levels under $3. Now, I put a buying price target on this thing at $2.95. Okay, guys, leave yourself some room just in case a fire sale happens. Okay. Now, let's get over here back to BBIG, guys. Okay. BBIG, the turnover rate is slowing down. Currently sitting on the VWAP, and we're trading. Now, we see this level of trading. Now, we're at a lower tier of trade. Okay, guys. Now, do I think we will trade sideways for the rest of the day? No, I don't, guys. I do believe we're going to close above that VWAP though. Currently sitting at 11.15. Now if we close above it, seeing with all the movement we see here today, expect this thing to slow down. Okay. Expect it to slow down a little bit. We are not going to see any type of movement like we saw here. Don't expect this aftermarket to be the 80% gain on the play. Now, like I was saying about these institutional exits, guys, you got to know and identify them when they come in. So if you are expecting those things, you know not to buy in on this trending stock at the time. Early seating is a easy seat, guys. Apply that to all your trades. Okay, so if you were here in the morning, or if you were buying on this gradual rise, okay, trying to get in the stock, then you feel the pain right now. Okay, guys. Now, this is why I try to get people, if you want to enter the stock, I try to tell you this all the time, wait until the bell, see how the market reacts. You will get a good buy on the day. Now, seeing this price action here this morning, this pre-market, you could have gotten close towards those levels as well, $10.04, with this being $10.10. But buying at this time, guys, doesn't give you that safety blanket, okay? Buying at this time, the stock did have a very good chance to fall in price. Very good chance, and that is what happened. But as you can see here, huge movement this morning here in BBIG. Huge candle right here, and then it dropped. Okay, guys. Now, with that being said, we are getting at those $11 levels again. So watch this thing like a hawk, guys. This is one of the most talked about stocks right now, guys. That joint venture that everyone's been waiting on in BBIG is another thing that's going to push this thing. KPLT at $9 and XRP. Guys, if you want to get your ticker noticed, drop a super chat. Doesn't have to be much, $1 or something, because it pops up, and then I can know what to talk about next, guys, because if we're going in order, I have to go way up this line, guys. It's so many tickers to talk about. It's so many plays we done put out there, so many plays you guys are holding on and that I put out there. You're seeing gains that we haven't spoke about in a while. So Ader at $10. Ader at $10. Bro, what is y'all foreseeing the future right now? Y'all be playing tricks on me, huh? Said, but look, Ader's 52-week high, $48.99. So Ader hitting $10 isn't Unlikely. The only concern here, though, is that high turnover rate only on a 17.35% gain. So this thing may have saw its glory days today, far as on the day so far. I'm not saying tomorrow isn't going to be a good day, but it saw its glory moments at $8.65 today. That is what it is looking like on that turnover rate, how high it is. But if it does break that, this thing can move like BBIG did today. During the pre-market, though, we may see how BBIG reacted during yesterday's aftermarket. We may see that type of movement here in ATER this aftermarket if this thing closes above VWAP and breaks that $8.65. Market cap is low. Retail investors love that. As you can see here, the free float isn't concerning too much. But all in all, ATER is still in a good place, guys. If we look here at the one-day chart, as you can see here, guys, graduate gain. It looks familiar like KPLT, if you ask me, from a drop-off. It's moving in the right direction, okay? Moving in the right direction overall. Now, guys, if you do have your eyes out on this stock, and if you're wondering, is this the time to buy? Guys, you know I don't buy on a red day. I mean on a green day. That's comical. We like to call the plays before it happens. That is why we get no sleep, guys, because we're constantly doing due diligence. FTFT. ADMA, early seat. Let me check this early seat out. ADMA. It may be an early seat after all. Hold on. Scores FDA approval. Now before we look into anything, let's check this out. That is expected a high ownership, not as high as we see in CARA and a few other stocks like this. But checking out the news, the company expects a meaningful improvement in gross margin, enhanced patient supply consistency, accelerated inventory production cycle time, and increased control visibility in commercial products lots released. The approval of Van RX will also provide with the opportunity on board new field finish contract manufacturing opportunity third party. Basically, it's going to give opportunity to give people jobs. Now, when is this the day? Let's check out. Somebody dropped the day in the comment section. Drop the day of this FDA approval date. And I will look more into it. I'll look more into this one, because this one does seem appealing. Looking at this day chart, we see these drawbacks, but I want to check out that FDA date. We do see these nice drawbacks. 31 million shares on a 3% drop. Okay, that explains it all. That explains it all. The free float isn't, well, the shares outstanding is heavy as well. But looking at that 52-week high, if a stock like this gets approved for an FDA approval. The difference between this and CARA, guys, is that the institutional ownership, yes, 37% is high, but it isn't this high. Okay. So with that being said, institutions effect of cashing in some of their positions on the approval, the effect of that wouldn't be as much as it was on CARA. Okay, guys, that's the good thing. But the bad thing on that, this ownership, is the reassurance on it being approved. Now, seeing as though that CARA had all those institutions in on it was a telltale sign for me that this thing has a very, very good chance of getting approved. The institutions know more in depth than us, so that is what we call following the smart money. Now, this situation here, guys, if it gets approved, I think they will. Most likely, they're going to cash in some of those gains, secure that, but it will not have much effect. Now, if this thing does get approved, we see that 52-week high being $3.11. Will we go beyond that? Yes, we are setting 52-week highs. Okay, this thing can set a 52-week high. We got a huge early seat. The institutions didn't sell their whole position for a reason, because they're going to hold it until at least they hear the revenue on Korsova as far as CARA goes. So that will be at least the end of Q2 2022. Now, if all goes well, the institutions are going to add to their positions, because this thing instantly becomes a long-term investment. We're talking about CARA, guys. It instantly becomes a for sure long-term investment. So they're going to add to their positions and hope on the next approval, which is Korsova's oil form, to hit the over-the-counter market, which is going to make these institutions very, very rich, because that ownership, guys, is high. And this thing is poised to run. Let's go look back at BBIG. Now, if you're looking at yourself like I should have sold today at its peak, then you are selling yourself short, because this isn't done running yet, guys. It is clear to me that it's not done running, just off the retail investor interest alone. The only concerning thing, guys, is that turnover rate. Okay, but with these huge exit candles, it's expected these same huge candles, guys, have a part to do with these same huge green candles. Okay, these are institutions and institutional buying. Okay, and then we see them exit out, so they cause the buying pressure, of course. Now it's up to us to not trade off the emotion. If you can identify what they are doing, then you can in fact come up with a game plan to counter it. But looking at that market cap though, guys, I do believe this thing could see $1 billion. All right. Let's take a look at AMC. AMC, exactly what we said was going to happen. So far, it is looking as though that we were going to see a very small, slight dip. We're going to see a decrease in price at the close from yesterday, and it currently look as though now, if you would have waited on AMC, a lot of people saw AMC going up today, probably got caught buying in at these times. But this right here is clearly an institutional buy. Okay, guys, and we see an institutional exit. It is all in front of us, guys. They cause the buying pressure, which forces a lot of people to trade off emotion, hop in, push it up because they're trading off of fear of missing out. And then the institutions exit once they feel as though they made enough money. And what does that cause, guys? Selling pressure. Okay, so you want to try to learn how to identify these institutions Oh, okay, guys. Yeah, AMC does look as though it's going to continue to fall in price, but AMC versus IMAX, the latest news to come on the stock, which isn't too much of anything, guys. Now, AMC was $1.91 late within 52 weeks of today. Went all the way to $72.62. And you know what people were saying at $72.62. Do not sell. It isn't over with yet. This isn't the squeeze. It's like, what more do you want? Okay, guys, what more do you want? If you were able to sell at that 72.62, guys, and found other places, neuro, to put those gains in, rolled that up, switched it over to BBIG, other plays could have made you more money than if AMC was worth $1,000 a share. So with that being said, guys, as well as BBIG, please do not get caught up in one stock and one stock. Okay, guys, because when things go bad for that stock, you need others to pick you up. Okay, especially us full-time traders. We cannot only buy one stock. That's crazy. If I was a one stock man, I would have been a homeless man months ago. Okay, guys, so you got to feel where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to talk down on AMC whatsoever. I'm just being logical here, okay? I'm not going to feed you guys some pipe dreams and constantly make AMC videos telling you guys it's coming up just for the numbers, just for the views. That's the only reason why a lot of YouTubers do that, guys. So if you see a lot of YouTubers making videos on a certain stock, it's just for the numbers. Especially if that stock is retail investor driven. Okay, now that being said, guys, we're trying to make smart moves. Buying AMC at $47, if you ask me, isn't a smart move. $29 is a smart move because we see the hedge funds try their best to trickle back some shares without causing too much of a spike in the market. But if we buy at those prices, AMC will swing back up towards $50 very fast, but you have to get out there, guys. I'm just giving you a scenario on how to catch some quick gains in AMC. Because right now, if you're buying AMC at $47, you are watching us make tons of money. All right. Yeah, AMC needs heavy value, heavy. I know you guys remember when this was GameStop's distraction. It's crazy. What do you think about CLOV? Again, guys, a dollar super chat does get your ticker noticed. All the messages are coming in and I'm not able to look at it without looking at my phone. So when I do go relay back to my phone, your message may be all the way up now, guys. So that super chat does put your message right in front of me so everyone can see it, and then I could talk to you personally, talk about your average costs. We could dive more depth into it. Okay, guys, it really does help me engage more with you in particular. NXRP. Before we what do I think about CLOV? But all in all, though, guys, like I was saying about AMC, as of now, if I'm in the stock, I'm holding. If I'm up at 72, if I bought in at 72, man, I would have sold a long time ago for the loss. But let's take a look at CLOV. Now, CLOV. Yesterday was total opposite from today, which is expected here in CLOV. We see it all the time. Big run, drawback, of course. Big run, drawback. But with that being said, guys, this is why I always tell you, there is a time to buy the stock and there is a time to sell it. Now, a lot of people were buying in on yesterday's hype. And if it's you, just drop it in the comment section and admit it. I love the honesty, okay? Now, you take a look here at yesterday. As you can see, this thing was just moving yesterday. A lot of people were buying on the up. A lot of people were buying a late seat. Now, being caught up in these prices today, hoping the aftermarket would have shot up for you, holding through the pre-market to see a drop in price. Right at the bell, we know how the market reacts to these huge volatile stocks and how the market has been reacting to it recently. At the open, guys, we took that into consideration, a drop. Now, these are when the short ladder attacks come in. So it seems as though that they are attacking CLOV heavily today. These are short ladder attacks. And you can obviously see the institutional pullbacks at each candle in a sequence. It's crazy. This is why I want you guys to understand the market manipulation that goes on in these plays. No matter what, guys, we can't win. We don't have a case. It's nothing we can do, because I'm pretty sure it's a Harvard graduate from law trading CLOV that sees this. We can't do anything about it because we do not have a ledger. So with the market manipulation going on in CLOV, it's expected, but it's not going to last long. So if you know how to buy and when to sell, you know how to take advantage of this. What is next? What is next, guys? Let's go back to BBIG, the star of today. Okay, let's check this out. This candle here is an institutional buy, guys. Not get it twisted. Let's take another look at the order flow distribution. Now, guys, the outflow has surpassed the inflow. These things change all the time. Okay, throughout the day. That is why I try to get you guys to get out there and sign up for Webull, because they do give us these key indicators, guys. And signing up for Webull is free, guys. Just drop down in that description. Sign up. If you do, you get 2 free stocks, and each stock can range from $6 to $1,600. And Webull allows free trading during the pre and after market hours, guys. So you can't beat that. All right. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, what is the options to pick for BBIG? Now, that is going to be another video in itself, guys. I'm going to be explaining to you guys how to buy the best options contract at its lowest cost. So I'm going to be showing you guys a few tricks on how to identify that. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to love that technique. Now, looking as though we finally punched above the VWAP. It's been a while since we came down. Now, this is very important, guys. This is a very important moment for BBIG on today's trade. Like I was saying, guys, if we punch above this VWAP, we're going to, if we can get close to this VWAP, guys, we're punching through it. We're punching through it pretty hard. Now let's hurry up and take a look at this analysis so we can try to see what orders are coming in. Now, this is small though, guys. This is said to be this small inflow pushing the stock right now. That's the retail investor saying, hey, this stock is under $10. I mean, this stock is under $11. It's a buy. We want it. We're holding. As you can see here, the turnover rate, it has slowed down. Even though it is quite high, it is no longer moving as fast as it once was today. Okay. Now, we are starting to come towards the VWAP again. Do not panic, guys. This is healthy. We do need to see a red candle here and there. Okay, but looking as though exit. And let's see if they updated the analysis for the order flow distribution. Okay, Casey. I'm sorry about that, Casey. I am late on that. But Casey Trey. Casey, what you want to talk about? Doge? Wow. Wow. Let's talk about Doge. You guys never, ever, ever in life saw me speak about Doge, huh? They're not even showing it on fucking. Alright. Let's take a look at Doge now. Doge is one of the most cheapest, well-known cryptos out there. Okay, we all heard of Ether, we all heard of Bitcoin, of course, but Dogecoin is everywhere. Okay, now they even have Dogecoin in the video game Roblox, guys. It is crazy. You see Dogecoin commercials. Dogecoin is all being advertised on soda cans, everything, guys. So with that being said, Dogecoin is what I believe is going to be the people's money. Okay, for daily transactions, for small transactions, for like running to McDonald's or something like that. Due to the fact that the reason why I don't think Bitcoin will be used like that is because the numbers are so high. Okay. But looking at this 1 minute chart for Dogecoin, guys, looking at these huge candles is a good sign. We know here in crypto, guys, it's much different than the stock market. This is a place that don't sleep. So the volatility is there here, guys. But the difference between the crypto world and the stock market, the crypto world looks at a 10% dip like the world has ended. Okay, but in the stock market, people look at a 10% dip as a great opportunity, right? But all in all, Dogecoin is much better than Shiba Inu. Let me just put that out there. I do prefer Doge over Shiba. Shiba up 20%. See it, guys, it's really going to come down to which coin has more use. Okay, so that is what you have to assess. Which one's going to come out on top? Because if you ask me, cryptocurrency is long term. Trying to swing it is missing out on, cutting yourself short. You're going to miss out on a lot of opportunity if you don't go long in crypto positions rather than trying to trade them. Drop. So next, let's go back to BBIG. Again, very, very good sign. We are making another step, guys. We see it here. We see this level of trading. Drop down. See another level of trading. Come up. We're going to see another level of trading. And then where do we go from there? What are you guys' beliefs? Do you think we come back down? Or do you believe we're on our next leg up here at BBIG, guys? Well, we're getting close to the VWAP again. Zoom in on that. Yeah, Lucy, it did punch over that $11. And seeing as though that we did, we might be bouncing off this WAP. Do not go under. Do not go under. To see it bounce off the whip, VWAP is a good sign. Okay, I do want to see this thing continuing to tap on it because it's building pressure. It can be selling pressure. It can be buying pressure. But in my best get, it's building buying pressure. We're building buying pressure. And then you see these crazy Webull articles. Why BBIG shares are trading higher today? It's obvious. The retail investor wants it. Okay. Because we know the share price actually only moves up on the buying and moves on buying and selling of the stock. It doesn't move on just sheer fundamentals alone. It doesn't move on its balance sheet. It doesn't move on its income. Shares only move on the buying of the securities. That is why Tesla shot up in price the way it did, because Tesla had a, what can I say, a cult type of environment built around it, guys. People were just Tesla fanboys at the time, so they were buying the stock, okay, and holding it. That is why Tesla cost so much, because the interest in the securities, okay. Now, with the retail investor being highly interested in BBIG, I'm pretty sure we're going to see another leg up here. Okay, we're getting back at that WAP, guys. This is getting exciting. Might be pushing up on that next leg, like I was telling you. NRBO. SOS, huh? SOS and NRBO. We spoke on NRBO so much. Guys, NRBO is still our major buy. Still in the major buy archives, guys. It's still there. We're still holding. What about Dkng? I picked it up when it was at $52 a month ago, trying to see if I should sell or hold to the end of the year. Bro, it's crazy. I remember that thing was $12. Dkng. Okay, looking here at Dkng, guys, as you can see here, it is in a nice rise from this recent low being 63.15 today. I do think since football is about to start, DraftKings is going to see more push, much more push, revenue, much more interest in the stock. So, answer to you, no. No, 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 no. No, I wouldn't sell this thing. You have $52 cost average. You would be selling yourself short right now, but Ron, if I was you, I would get ready. Make sure you have some buying power. Just keep some buying power as your safety net, just in case Dkng falls down. Price you can average down, but this season, football is back going on, and Dkng has been waiting for this moment. So I can see this thing hitting $75 by the end of the year. Okay, Super Bowl is a big time for these type of stocks as well. So with that being said, at these prices, you can leave some of your gains behind, aka plant a few seeds here, because 2-3 years from now, this stock can be the high hundreds. Don't forget, guys, smash that like button, guys. We got 110 thumbs up, and it's 132 people currently watching, guys, and that really does help the YouTube channel grow because it triggers the YouTube algorithm into recommending our videos to others, guys. So that really does make the channel grow. Hey, do you see pins reaching 70 again? Do you like NRBO will cause problems when it comes to selling because of the low value? I mean, no. You will always have a good chance of selling your NRBO security. But when it's time to sell, trust me, the volume isn't going to be low whatsoever. As you can see here, Dkng is moving in the right direction. Now let's take a look at a few other stocks, guys, on the flash. Let's take a look at Sprt really quick. As you can see here, Sprt is giving up some of what it got today. Okay, guys, it is under the VWAP. We do see some strong buying around this time. Okay, but at these levels, entering the stock, if you don't have Sprt, I repeat, if you're not a shareholder of Sprt and you have your eye out on it, hold off. I'm pretty sure you can get a better cost tomorrow. If you must get in this stock as soon as possible, hold off because it's not going to run during the pre and after market, and you may be able to get a better cost average tomorrow due to the fact that the buying pressure isn't there. Okay, it does have buying pressure, but not enough. Okay, let me rephrase that. Just checking the comments again, guys. And yeah, thanks a lot for everyone that did super chat today, guys. That really does keep me going. That let me know a lot of people do appreciate what I'm doing. And not only that, guys, that lets me know that I'm making the right calls and you guys are satisfied with that and making money. Okay, so with that being said, guys, thanks for all the love and support. I do appreciate that. I'm in SPRT at $18.07. Should I get out and buy back in or sell at $12.50? All right. I mean, you're up right now, and we're talking to Casey. You're up right now, Casey. So with that being said, I'm never the type to tell a person don't sell for a gain, but in this case, the buyback in thing is kind of concerning for me because that is a huge red flag when it comes to capital gains tax. A lot of people don't speak about that on YouTube. I don't know if they're aware of this part, but buying back in is just bad when it comes to capital gains tax. But far as I wouldn't buy back in, okay, because this isn't a stock that is world changing. Okay, you don't have to be in the stock to make money. It's plenty other safe and promising plays out there. I mean, yes, this thing does have potential to get back to the 52-week high, but if you do sell it, you're still at a gain, and trying to hold it too long can cause some very bad things. So if you could have sold at $20.50, that was a win. But if you do sell, I wouldn't buy back. It's plenty other plays out there. What is the effect? Okay, if I buy a security now and sell it, and if I do it again, I'm paying double on that. Because you have to hold a stock for a year and 1 day to get the lease on the capital gains tax, unless you are a full-time investor that makes less than $30,000 a year. Okay, then you pay zero capital gains tax. But buying back into a stock just screams out capital gains tax. All right, so yeah, guys. And another thing that since I'm a full-time trader, I don't play any capital gains tax due to the fact that on my long-term positions, I don't. I hold them for at least a year and 1 day, sometimes longer than that. CRDF is supposed to present news today. CRDF. CRDF is said to drop some news today. Let's check this news over here. Okay, it's saying as though they're having a upcoming investor conference. Okay, so to present new data from lead clinical program. So they're basically going to be giving out some data from its clinical program to the shareholders, aka this thing is going to cause some buying pressure. How much buying pressure? We don't know. But if you're looking for a quick swing, yes, this will be a grab now, sell soon. Okay, very, very soon for a quick gain. So this is, as of now, a easy play for some easy money, guys. Yes, 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 that is true. I'm not even in the stock, guys. This is a non-biased opinion. Okay. Now, guys, been on this live stream for quite some time, and again, I want to thank everyone that sent a super chat, everyone that participated in the chat section, period, and everyone that came out and watched this video. So with that being said, guys, you guys have a swell day, and do not forget today's rundown video. I will be dropping that right after the market close. So be there or be square.